Hey guys, fall is in full swing, and with that are lots of leaves. Today I want to show you the easiest, fastest, most efficient way to pick leaves up. Best of all, it doesn't involve any bending over. I have a yard care company that I've had now for almost 20 years, and with that comes a lot of leaf collection and pickup. I live in an urban area, so the yards are small, so I can't get in heavy equipment or big equipment, so I need to rely on my own two hands to collect leaves. And so what I've discovered has been thoroughly tested. I've tried a lot of different ways to clean up leaves, and this way has won every time. So first thing is to get your leaves in a pile. So get your leaves into a pile however you'd like. If you notice right over here, I've got a Makita 18-volt blower that I like to use. And the reason I like that is because it uses batteries I already have, so I don't have to get into a whole new battery platform just to blow a few leaves in my yard. So anyway, I love that blower. It works really well. I'm going to hand the camera off to my lovely assistant here, and we're going to talk about a couple of ways to pick leaves up. First, we've got this just basic rake. It's a little broken because I haven't used it for a while because of the other system I'm going to show. But a common way that in practice the people clean up leaves is they use their rake and one of their hands. And so what they'll do is bend over every time, and they'll use the rake and they'll use their hand and pick up leaves. The problem with that is in this small pile you're limited to how many leaves your hand can compress against the rake. In a big pile situation, you're still bending over, and you might be able to get a few more just because there's a higher volume of them, but that's considered not very many leaves in my book. So then one would say, all right, how about if you take two rakes and use that? I'm going to switch hands. So, and that works better. So on a small pile like this, you take two rakes, you're able to pick it up, throw it away, which we're going to do here. But then you run into this issue with these stragglers. Now you can get them, as you can see there, it looks pretty good, but it's not perfect. All right. In a big pile, you can take two rakes. You get significantly more, but that's still not outstanding in my book. Even though that's a good pile, I'll show you how we were able to actually get more per scoop. Now the nice thing about using two rakes is you're able to not bend over. You can use the rakes and easily not bend over. The problem, another problem is, in my case, I've got to bag the leaves. I don't have a bag here, but I have a narrow trash can. And when you use two rakes, the pile of leaves is very large in shape. So if I come over here and try to dump this into that container, you can see around here how many leaves I lost. So that is a little bit of a problem with the two rake solution. So what's the magic solution? First and foremost is this rake right here. This is the Groundskeeper 2 rake. And if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen me use this in a variety of different situations. But the thing that I love about this rake is its long tines. Each one of them has an individual spring. So every tine has its own spring, independently controlled. So it contours itself to the ground extremely well. The angle of the tines allows you to not have to push down at all to really get into the ground and pull material out. And so I'll demonstrate that here right now. So I am able to just stick that here, and if you'll back up the camera a little bit so you can see my side and my back, and notice that I don't need to push down at all. I'm literally, if I use my just one hand, it's better with two with a little lower grasp, but you can see that even with one hand it's really grabbing and digging down and pulling those leaves. Two hands, make it much easier, but it's much more of a pulling, gentle pulling motion, and it's digging down and getting those leaves. You can even see that it's pulling out some thatch from the grass and really getting that cleaned up well. This is key because you'll see that I use it one-handed in my collection efforts. And then the other secret tool is a snow shovel, like this right here. Now this particular shovel is made by Suncast. Now you would think that all shovels are created equal. For this particular purpose, this is the secret shovel. I have not had success with any other shovel. The reason that it's important is because of how curved this is. I don't know if you can see that, but it's extremely curved. It has a very extreme curvature to it, so that when I put it down on the ground at a good height, you can see that that blade is at a flat level to the ground. It's not trying to scrape. It's not at that level like a lot of snow shovels are. It's at a flat angle. The other thing that makes this important for this job is how long and slender it is and how deep it is from this point and this point down to this point. Okay? That allows the leaves to actually go inside this, so you're filling up this whole shovel plus then what you can compress between the rake and the shovel. So you're actually getting more leaves per scoop than we were with just the normal rake, normal 2-rake system. Let's try it out on the big pile of leaves first. So notice what happens. These two are going to kind of marry up, and we're going to fill this whole trough shape with leaves. So can you see how it's filled it? So you actually get more leaves per scoop using the shovel and the rake combination. And then notice, I don't know if you can see that in camera, but notice it's long and slender in shape, the grouping of leaves. So I'm not going to be perfect, but if you notice here, when I dump it in, we have quite a few less leaves that spilled out everywhere than we did with the 2 rakes. The other thing that I love about this, get another scoop here. So when your bin gets full, the angle of the shovel is perfect to be able to squish it down in. Especially if this is a garbage bag, the tines of the rake will get stuck on that if you try to use the rake. But this has a smooth edge, so using this to compress it makes a huge difference, and then you're not getting your hands in the leaves. I also love the end of this shovel here because I'll just flip it around. It's a lot wider than the end of the rake, and so I'm able to stick that down in and really compact the leaves, and you can come see how well that works. I'm going to bring another load in, and another load. And you can see just how fast this goes. Sticking them in quick and squish them. So now we're kind of needing to compact it more, flip the shovel around and shove it in. I'm not bending over. I'm not sticking my foot in there to try to compress that. I'm not using my hands, not bending over. I'm just using the shovel and a lot of the weight of the shovel to compress that. So if you come take a look, you can see how much more room we have. So that's not all of the virtues. So because of this rake and how well it works, I'm able to just one-handed, without dropping my shovel or anything, rake these leaves back up into a little bit of a pile and pick it up and dump it in. The other thing this works really well for, so you're getting a smaller pile of leaves here, okay? The awesome thing is now we can kind of go into broom and dustpan mode, and I can put this shovel down right here, very comfortable angle, and I'm able to just swish these leaves right in and dump them right in. So when I get down to not having very many leaves, again, we can just kind of do a a broom and dustpan motion and just rake the leaves right into that. You can see it gets the leaves, the grass blades, all of that. And it's very convenient to just dump it right in. So anyway, extremely fast, extremely convenient. And I'm going to just hurry while you're all watching, just so you can see how fast cleaning up the rest of the leaves go with this system. Very limited bending over. I'm not bending over and hurting my back every single time I've got to load the leaves. Last but not least, and there we go. And still compress it more and fit more leaves in it. So anyway, that's the trick to using the Groundskeeper 2 rake in conjunction with this Suncast shovel. I'll leave links for both of these items down in the description in case you want to try them out. They're in no way, shape, or form sponsoring this video. This is just what I've used for years to pick up my leaves, and it works great. If you like these kinds of videos, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more awesome tips and tricks coming up.